Welcome back to Oshkosh Today. Thanks again for joining us. Now we've traveled over to the Grand Opera House right in downtown Oshkosh. We're in the Grand Lounge here. We're going to talk about a really cool event that's coming up on November 1st after the Gallery Walk. I'm here with Joe Furlow, the director of the Grand Opera House. So Joe, first of all, thanks so much for having us out
Thanks
here.
for being here. Welcome to the lounge.
Thank you. It's such a cool space here, and it's kind of a newer event that you have going on after the Gallery Walk.
That's right. It started when we opened the lounge. I shouldn't say reopened. It was new in 2010. When we opened the lounge, one of the things I wanted to do was to program the lounge in a way that it operated independently from before and after shows, but also in a way that highlighted the local artists in our community. We have a tremendous group of citizen artists of all kinds. So what we did was we took Gallery Walk, and we wanted to be part of that, and we're part of many of the Gallery Walks when we don't have a regular show. But we also added a series that we call afterWALK, and the idea is that in addition to featuring a local artist, that from 8 to 11 on Gallery Walk nights, we'll feature a local performance artist. And we hope that people will come downtown and experience Gallery Walk, and when it's done, come and join us for a beverage and some live music right here in the Grand Lounge.
Yes, kind of like an after party, you know?
Exactly. We want the night to go on a little bit longer.
Definitely. And on November 1st, we've got the Guilty Wanted coming in. You want to tell us a little bit about that band?
Sure. Well, the Guilty Wanted is a great example of the kinds of artists that we want to bring in and highlight and celebrate here at the Grand. A local group with exceptional talent, playing all kinds of styles of music, and in a way that group in particular can play a big hall or an intimate space like this. And it's always nice, I think, when people can get up close and personal with artists, when they can put a drink in their hands, sit in a nice casual but nice atmosphere and enjoy some great music from local artists.
Yes, and really kind of extend, it's been, the Gallery Walk is such a popular event down here, and so really to extend the fun, continue on, make it a night and get down here after the Gallery Walk.
Absolutely, and we're participating in Gallery Walk too. Jenna Elise, a watercolor artist. The artwork we have for the Grand that's kind of the usual, what hangs on our walls, is all replaced during Gallery Walk with the works of a local artist as well. So we celebrate both the visual and the musical art.
Yes, and so where exactly did the idea come from? You've been involved in the Gallery Walk, and so where did the idea come from? When did the conversation start? And
as far as afterWALK?
Yes.
I don't know. I guess it just kind of grew out of my head. It's part of our mission to take, whether it's actors or symphony musicians or Americana folk musicians, or any kind of artist in our community, celebrating them and highlighting them and creating another venue for them is a big part of what we want to do. We want to be at the center of that. So taking this venue, which is so well suited for that, and saying, let's find a way to make this work in a way that happens. And it was a natural to do it with Gallery Walk because that's been around for so long. They do such a great job, and there's already an audience downtown for it.
And it's also a perfect opportunity for people who have not been very familiar with the Grand to come and see what it's all about. Take a look at the really cool historical architecture in here. Maybe you can give us a little bit of history on the Grand itself.
The Grand itself was built in 1883. It's the oldest operating theater building in the state of Wisconsin. And to put that into perspective, in 1883, Coca-Cola didn't exist.
Oh my gosh.
And the Eiffel Tower didn't exist. So it is a living, breathing piece of history right here in Oshkosh. It's been renovated twice, once in the 1980s and once again in 2009, 2010. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful, living, breathing, alive piece of history for Oshkosh.
Yes, it's so cool just to come in here and take a look around. And for this lounge area, it's just beautiful. And the Gallery Walk, it's really a cool community event. And maybe you can talk about how much things like this really benefit the downtown Oshkosh area and how Oshkosh is moving forward with these cool community events.
Anytime there's activity downtown, it's a good thing. If you think of your downtown as a body of water, when the body of water is still, bad things happen. But when there's movement throughout that body of water, it's a place where things travel. It's a place where excitement happens. And so anytime we can keep the people activity moving through downtown, whether it's an event at the Grand or an event at one of the other great venues, there's music in lounges and bars and coffee houses all up and down this downtown, almost on any given night, restaurants. And so anytime we can keep the activity flowing through downtown, you never hear that well, you hear less, I should say, about bad things happening in a downtown where there are people milling about at night.
Exactly.
And so it's in everyone's best interest when the Grand and when the other downtown venues are active.
When the water's moving, I love
When
that
the
metaphor.
water's moving.
And this is going to be the afterWALK. It's going to be a recurring event. Do we have any plans for future ones after November 1st?
We do. Basically, it's a little more difficult for us because it comes and it goes depending on whether or not there's a regular show happening. For instance, in December, there's a show happening, so we have no afterWALK on that first weekend of December. January, we're back again, and we're back for several months after that. So the best way to do this is to stay involved at the website, stay involved on the Facebook site, and check out what's coming in. But as we continue to grow afterWALK and these other opportunities with local artists, we're going to become more aggressive about getting out and shouting it out for the town as well.
Definitely. And you're not limiting yourself to solely musical artists, correct? You're
No,
kind
not
of,
at all. And
anything.
in fact, a Gallery Walk, afterWALK will always have a visual and a musical artist. Who knows? There could be a night when it's improv and theatrical. It could be there could be nights when it's stand-up. And we have no limit in this hall, in this little, or even in this little space, to where we can go with it. What I want most for afterWALK is that it's local, local, local. The citizen artists in this community are special, and they're important, and they're very important to what we do here at Grand.
Wonderful. Well, we're really looking forward to coming out here for the afterWALK. And again, where can we find more information on upcoming artists and entertainment, things
There are
like
two
that?
spots that are most frequent. The website, grandoperahouse.org, but we also have a very, very active Facebook site that's very up to date. And I would encourage people to go to Facebook. It's Grand Opera House Oshkosh. You don't want to end up in one of those other Grand Opera Houses along the way. Grand Opera House Oshkosh. And in fact, we have a Facebook page for the Grand, and we have a Facebook page for the Grand Lounge as well. So get there and join, and all those. What do? You have to join a Facebook page, and then you have to get the notifications and do all those things. But that's a great place to find out up to the minute happenings here at the lounge and at the Grand.
And I noticed you do have an event for the afterWALKs as well, so you can put that into your Facebook schedule, and you won't have any excuse for missing
That's
it.
exactly right. So the idea is to take this programming at the Grand and reach out. It's very eclectic, and one look at the website will tell you that. But we want to reach out to that traditional audience that's been supporting us for generations, and that new audience that's just coming out and saying, "What are we going to do tonight?"
Exploring a little bit.
That's right.
So again, if you just want to recap the dates and times, the upcoming Gallery Walk.
The next Gallery Walk and afterWALK is Saturday, November the 1st. 6 to 9, we're active for Gallery Walk, with the rest of Gallery Walk downtown. Go to all of the places, but come here and see the work of Jenna Elise, watercolor artist, and then afterWALK starts at 8 right here in the lounge. It's the Guilty Wanted, 8 to 11.
Wonderful. Well, Joe, thanks again for having us at this beautiful Grand Lounge, and we'll see you on November 1st.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it.